What's good, YouTube? This is your girl Muna, and I am back with another video. So let me just say, I went on a little hiatus. I had to get my mental, my spiritual, and my spiritual just get me back together. Then naturally, as a YouTuber, that's what you have to do. As you can see, just finished walking the park. I am back to uploading my videos. We're not going to talk too much. We're going to get right into it.
This is Jerome. He fell in love with Jasmine. Jerome cheated in all his previous relationships.
I never felt like one female could amount to everything that I wanted. Jasmine was dope. She was able to cook. She was able to clean.
So the couple decided to open up their relationship. And now Jerome has 4.
I just want to say, just to put it out there, that most of the times when men cheat and they finally find that one female that accepts whatever they do fully, I just have a message to that female. It's not because you are special. It's because you were, out of all the females he dealt with, you were the one that decided to put up with the bullshit. So let me say this again. If you have a guy that's a serial cheater and he never took a woman serious his whole life, and then finally he get with you, and best believe he put you through the ringer, and then finally y'all decide to settle down, and before you know it, y'all together for 40, 50 years. It's not because you were special, sweetie. It's because you were the one that decided to put up with the bullshit. So you were the winner at taking the blows. You were the winner at getting stepped on. You was the one that, while he was throwing rocks, you was able to take the hits and continue to take the hits. So it amazes me that when these people come and be like, oh yeah, we spent so many years together and I was a cheater at first. You are still a cheater. It's just that this one found the way to bring your desire to the forefront, to bring it alive. Let's continue.
Wives.
We don't have a maximum limit of people in a relationship.
But the outside world has scrutinized their way of life.
This old man is pimping y'all young, dumb A-words.
Today, Jerome's sibling is coming over to discuss how they feel about the ever-growing household.
I laughed at it. I thought y'all was just a big joke. I thought y'all was on some freaky type.
Hi, I'm Deidre.
Hi, I'm Jasmine.
Hey, I'm Tisha.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. And we're all dating the same man.
I'm Jerome, and this is Jasmine.
We've been together 6 years.
Like, that's
Slid
cute.
in my DM on Facebook.
And she slid in my room after that. Our relationship history before me and Big Jazz was, I can literally say, I feel like I was in the health department every weekend. I had multiple partners.
What did he just say? Did he say he felt like he was in a health department every weekend? And you really got up on camera and said that? First of all, that right there tells you how much he was cheating. And the fact that she laughed that off, sweetie, I don't think that's cute. Because if he was messing with you in the bedroom and then having to go to the health department every weekend, what does that say about you?
I never felt like one female could amount to everything that I wanted. Whether she can cook and clean, but she couldn't have sex, or she can cook, clean, have sex, but she didn't know how to be there financially. I had to have a new partner every day. I definitely was more of a assassin, a cheater. But this girl got me. I was with.
Sorry, I had to stop it. I had to say something else. For you to say that you couldn't find one thing in one woman, we are all put on this earth and we have everything we need already inside of us. We come into this earth with our cup already full. It's up to you to feel that, figure that out. But to feel like, oh, I didn't want to stay with one woman because she'll have this, but the next woman will have that. It's all within inside of you. So you were lacking. And that's some healing that you have to do. But let's continue.
A whole nother woman. And just being with Jasmine, I realized that you doing more than what my woman is doing at home. And you're only 19 years old. So I was just like, this girl at the home, she need to go. And I need to get Jasmine. Jasmine was dope. Did I cheat?
Did you?
I don't know.
Yeah, you cheated.
I used to cheat so much.
cheated.
So I ended up cheating. And then when I realized like this girl ain't playing like all the other women, I ended up getting her back.
Ooh, that's making perfect.
All right, so the backstory. He found out I was interested in females. We knew nothing about poly, and we tried it, we liked it, we started doing more research, and it just kind of went from there. And that's when Deja came into play. She was our first girl we tried it with.
When Deja came in, it was just more of threesomes. And then Deja and Jasmine, they decided that they wanted to bring somebody else in.
That's when we brought in T-Bird.
We got baby Jazz. She ended up doing good.
We don't have a maximum limit of people in a relationship. We'll always have that safe space to add, but it just all depends on what we can handle mentally and physically. Say for instance, T was the last to be added. She said, hey, I want to look for a girl. I want another girl. Boom, everybody's gonna be looking. And we're gonna like do a group discussion. Oh, I found this girl, I found this girl. If everybody do like that person, whoever got the most game, gonna go ahead and approach her. And then we'll take that girl out on a date. It can get a little complicated, but it's not as hard as it looks. We do everything together, so you always have time to spend time with all of us. Now we're in a polyamorous relationship. We all interact, including the women interacting.
Don't eat all that shrimp, cause y'all know we gotta get some.
Y'all need to learn how to
Y'all
communicate.
get functional.
Her plate look bigger than my plate. You got all that food on your plate.
Worry about yourself.
We really don't have jealousy and insecurity issues. We always uplift, especially within the women. We always uplifting one another.
So like before I met them, like I was a single parent and it was like real hard on me, but just meeting them and them meet my son, like it's got 10 times better.
It's gonna be hard to be in a poly relationship.
So I feel like number one, I feel like them even considering a poly dynamic was due to the fact that she felt like her man wouldn't stop cheating. So it was just like she put her feelings to the side and decided to open up the relationship to please him. But in the end, all it does is really lower your self-esteem, and it shows that you don't feel like you're worthy, because instead of leaving him, you decided to, oh, he's cheating. Well, instead of him cheating behind my back, we might as well just add more people to the relationship. It's still not a healthy dynamic, because you are a female that want to be just along with your man. Now you feel like since he's cheating, you have to find a creative way to implement what he wants. That's number one. I just don't think that is an insecurity behind the fact that they have all those people in the relationship. And then why do he have them dressed like that? I mean, for what you can see, as far as what he have on, the ashy kneecaps with the ripped jeans, he looked gay. I'm not even gonna hold you. He looked zesty. He looked like a zestman. He looks gay. His body language and how he looks at her, you can tell that he's not secure within himself. You also can tell that, as I'm reading the energy and I'm reading the room, she's really the head to the body, meaning she's really she carries the masculine energy. Like you can tell she runs the relationship. She runs how things are, and he just fall in line with it. But then again, it goes back to her not knowing her worth, because you should have left when you seen that he couldn't stop cheating on you. But this is where we're at now. Let's continue.
If you do have a lot of insecurities, and if you're a jealous person, so you won't be able to do it, because it'll break you mentally.
So we don't all sleep together.
We'll move the couches, and then this one's turned sideways.
I be right.
So do you see how he's climbing on the couch? Bro, you don't have, that's another thing. When you want to be poly, you got to have the money to be poly. And if I got to push couches together, if I'm the head woman and I'm like, okay, if we're going to try poly, we're going to need a bigger house. We're going to need a bigger house. And now they're in here pushing. Them jeans look dirty. He just looked dusty. I'm sorry. He's definitely for the streets. We just gonna throw that out there. But he just looked like one of them guys that just go with the flow of anything. Now they gotta sit here and push couches together for all of y'all to. You need the money to, sustain a poly relationship. Even when they was all in the kitchen, like the kitchen is super small.
Here, with my ear snoring.
And they both snore to death. Poly is great when it comes to household chores. One person might be cleaning the kitchen, one person might be cooking, one person might be doing the kids' hair or helping the kids with homework. You just get a lot of help.
To make six figure as a person in a household, either just two people, you gotta work majority of the time. And a lot of that time that you working, you're never gonna have time for your child. I definitely feel like all the women needs are being met, especially when I see that they're benefiting and they're grasping and they're gaining a lot within just being into the relationship.
People on social media can be very critical.
There she is.
Hey, y'all. So, this old man is pimping y'all young, dumb A-words. Y'all are gonna have so many infections. This generation needs a lot of praying. This goes against God's will. I will pray for y'all. It's a lot of negative stuff.
We get a lot of different reactions. We have good reactions, but we have majority of negative reactions, of course. We are insecure. We don't know our worth. They be like, they're young. Well, how old do we need to be to date?
I feel like people think we're playing because we're young, but like we take this serious. Some people are just mad because they don't have what we have. Like, they want this. People don't understand that we're not in a relationship with just Jerome. Like, we're in a relationship with each other.
So my sibling unique is.
I think they are. I think most, because as you look at the females, you can tell that they're beautiful women. I feel like they just lack self-worth. On top of that, I feel like the reason that he's surviving this relationship with all these women is because of that head woman, the woman that he's with. I think her name is Jasmine, the one that's right next to him. But I think she is the glue to keeping all of those women together. I think he just dangle in the back, like he just follow along, like, oh, he takes up more the image, like, oh, I got all these females for the image, but I feel like they're all gay. So they all has built like a sisterhood and a relationship within each other. And that's why they are still together. Because what I'm picking up, if this was to survive off of him, if this relationship would survive off of him, it would be no relationship. It's his girlfriend, his main girlfriend, that's holding all of this whole thing. She's like the business aspect of it. And I feel like this girl with the orange hair, that's his favorite. I'm just putting it from what I see. I'm just putting it out there. Let's continue.
Coming over, and it's gonna be interesting. So as far as with me and my relationship with my family, it's more of I really didn't care how they felt. My brother, he was the only one that, I felt like he had a problem with, and I really value his, opinion because that's my big brother. I thought I'd be seeing you. Hey.
Hold on. Is the brother a trans? It's about to be 2025. I ain't got time for this. Is the brother a trans? Because who the fuck are you to be having a problem with something? And you're and I'm not saying there's a problem with being trans. I'm saying you have a whole problem with my poly relationship. in my situation, but you're a whole trans out here. I had to rewind it back because he was like, oh, my brother growing up, he showed pictures of a guy and then a female walked up. I'm like, wait, let me go back. Like, that was just so confusing.
Why you looking all sexy?
I ain't seen you in a long time.
When we was younger, you used to say that, you know, you couldn't be with one woman because of simple fact one woman could possess what you wanted.
Yeah.
You got 5. Mm-hmm. Is all that collectively fulfilling you?
I mean, I feel like
do you fulfill them?
I feel like I found already that one woman that fulfilled me in every way. So now it's more of just like it's not me trying to find fulfilledness within a woman no more. It's more of me trying to build a generation because I know I got kids.
I like that.
So it's not looking for that no more. Speaking of the queen, there she is now.
You're trying to build a generation? What are you doing? What are you talking about? If you have one woman to fulfill you, now it's about you building. So why do you have multiple? I don't know. That's confusing. You have one woman that fulfills you, yet you are trying to build a generation. What? So you want multiple kids with multiple women? You sound like you confused and you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God, it's so nice to see you.
Hey. How are you?
How you doing? I'm good.
What's going on where all his girls got on these cheesy wife beaters, tank tops with these cut up jeans, and they ankles and they feet, they kneecaps and they feet look ashy. It's giving struggle Polly. It's giving struggle Polly. And then I'm super confused as to why his brother, he played to sell Jermaine. He played to sell showing pictures of him as a boy. Why didn't you just show and say, oh, my sister, you get what I'm saying? Show pictures of her, like, as she, like, transformed into a woman. Why show pictures of her being a boy to throw everything off? Like, now we got more questions about her than y'all poly dynamic. I'm not about to play.
Good. So, what did you think about me and Jerome opening up our relationship when you heard?
I laughed at it. I thought y'all was just a big joke. I thought y'all was on some freaky type till I actually
Not she laughed.
seen what y'all was doing. Once I got to see y'all on social media and seeing the businesses y'all started doing and the advocacy y'all started doing and just everything y'all started doing collectively, I was like, okay, I like that.
I'm glad you guys are having this talk right now.
Me too. We're going to have to keep doing this more often.
And we will. There's more pressure on a man being poly than it is on a woman. Honestly, it's 20 times easier on a woman, if you ask me, than it is on a man, especially when it comes to mental, when it comes to sex, and when it comes to everything else. Okay, everybody, y'all know what time it is. Everybody, it's energy circle time.
So, when it comes to conflict and tension, poly is good because when you do have those tough conversations, you kind of like you have a mediator. Any conflict, we really to pretty much have that energy circle. We do this weekly or as much as needed.
Is there anything that anybody want to speak on? Like you said, you feel like T have something that she's holding in.
Yeah, I definitely feel like you holding something in just by your energy.
Yeah, I just feel in my head a lot. Just being in my head.
You feel like you need more time with me.
I feel like we don't.
Did y'all see how, first of all, the fact that y'all sitting on the floor is absurd. But did y'all see how he went straight to the main girl and was like, the head girl, and was like, yeah, you said you felt like so-and-so felt some type of way. You can tell she orchestrated that whole thing. You can tell that everything is built off of her ideology of how a poly should go. You can tell he has no direction in it. Let's continue.
Really talk for real. Like, I don't know. Like, just like one-on-one.
I feel like you're right. You have been working a lot. You know, when I'm not dealing with the kids and all of that stuff, that's something that I feel like it's on me to be able to do and be able to give you. Now, I wanted to ask you guys something. How much do y'all feel like y'all are equal?
1 through 10?
1 through 10. And how you feel like you being loved?
I would say a 7.
What about you?
5.
I'm going to say 9.
I'm saying 6.
Okay. I would say a 10. I would say it's definitely dope. I would say y'all been doing great.
Do y'all see how numbers don't lie? I finally, when people used to say numbers don't lie, I used to be like, numbers don't lie. It finally hit me when I seen this. Like, numbers do not lie. They did all of this pump faking for the whole episode, the whole show. And finally, when he asked them, how do you feel like how much love I give you? The main girl said 7. That's a blow. If you don't have the foundation in order, everything else falls to the sides, right? She's the foundation to that whole poly dynamic. So for her to say 7 is pretty alarming. Then the other girl with the red hair, she said 5. First of all, he said she work all the time. You do know that if y'all had like a schedule set up, because you do have the ones that work. He said something like, oh yeah, when I'm not with the kids. So you can tell that you don't work. You don't work, you don't be doing shit. All you do is take care of the kids. And you have the women working. Like, his main girl said a 7. Like I said, I feel like this girl with the orange hair, she had the highest number as to how much love she feel like she give. And that's why I said, this girl right here, you could tell. Anytime the cameras is on all of them, this girl with the orange hair is right up under him. From what I see, the girl with the orange hair is right up. So how I got this is that the main girl is the business. She orchestrates everything. She's too busy trying to orchestrate the poly dynamic. Meanwhile, red hair and this other girl, Jasmine, the other black girl, they be working. And this one with the orange hair, she be playing house with him while he take care of it. I got it all booked down, mommies. I got it all booked down. So let's continue.
You're Jazz. So I didn't think yours would be a 7 at all.
Okay, maybe I answered the question wrong.
Okay, so Jazz needs more love, T needs more attention.
Bring it in.
This one too.
I do feel like once you do poly with the right people, you would never want to go back. It's going to be hard to go back to being monogamous. Why make my life harder when I can have it
Especially with the
easier?
right people. When you actually just take a chance.
Girl, you knew you said 7. Talking about, oh, I think I said the wrong answer. This is why the relationship is going where it's at now. When I have all these people in your relationship is because you bypass how you truly feel. You said 7, you meant 7. He tried to clear it up for the cameras. Like, oh, I'm surprised you said you ain't say 10. No, she said 7. She meant 7.
And just understand and see that people can love differently. It really don't matter what you have or how you have it. I feel like it comes in all forms and shapes and sizes.
All in all, how I feel about poly, I don't think poly is a bad idea. However, I do think that it takes a strong-minded man. And I say man. I don't say a child man, a boy child. I say it takes a strong-minded man to be able to deal with multiple women. Women are already emotional. We are emotional. That alone, with men being more logic, that alone is it's hard to deal with. And you have one man with multiple women, then I feel like he has to be financially fit to be in a poly relationship. Financially fit. Then I feel like at the same time, I just feel like it's good for business. Like how they have a sisterhood. I like that dynamic. The sisterhood, it goes back to the olden days, the ancient days when, in the villages, you had like the chief, and then you had the women, they took care of the kids, and the men will go out and hunt. I like the poly dynamic because if done right, you can go back to that formation. But other than that, I think a lot of people now, this day and age, be playing around with the poly dynamic and how they idolize it in their mind. They go about it, but not really doing the homework and the knowing what it's really about. But I do think it's possible. But I definitely can tell off rip people that do their homework and really want that within the core of who they are, and people that, oh, it's poly, it's something different. This seems interesting. It seems like, you know, and they just start creating shit off the top of their head and throwing people in a relationship. You can tell the real from the fake. I can tell the real from the fake. It's basically what I'm saying. So that is it for this video. Stay tuned for my next video.